Yes, guys, big up everybody. Welcome back to L5 Star FC. It is another video. It is another talk show because that's what we do on the channel. We give you the Liverpool content. That's what we do. Hello, boy. Hello, lads. I'm your boy at Clock Talk TV on L5 Star, making an appearance once again. And we've got a jam-packed show for you here today. Although I'm only joined at the moment by Ben, who is in the place. How are you, Ben?
Nah, I'm doing quite well, my brother. I'm feeling a lot better. For those who don't know, I've been sick. I've had COVID this past week, but I've been in quarantine for past 5 days now. But I'm feeling a lot better, and I'm glad to be back.
Nah, man, I didn't know you had COVID.
Yeah,
You all good now, though, bro?
yeah, I'm feeling much better now, man. Like I'm ready.
You're ready. You're ready.
Yes,
Just
sir.
like Liverpool coming into this game on the weekend. And, bro, I'll have to start with a kickoff question because that's what we always do on these videos. And, guys, before I get any further, please feel free to get involved in the discussion. Drop a few comments in the live chat. Get interactive, all that business. But a kickoff question. From what we've seen so far, Ben, is it fair enough to say that this Liverpool team is better than the one that won the league in 1920, or do we still need to see a little bit more from Liverpool? Well, is it a bit too early to call, or what team would you take if the team now had to play the team 2 years ago? Who wins? Who comes out on top? At the moment.
At the moment, it's a bit of a tough one, but I actually think that this team would take it, because we have Thiago, he's just amazing. We have Jota now, who has been added to the front three. He's fit and firing. Mo Salah looks more impressive now than what he did in that specific season. So I definitely think that this team would be. I think this team would take it, but it's hard to judge which team is better overall, because obviously they won a league and we aren't even halfway through the season.
Yeah.
We can only probably judge at the end of the season.
Yeah, exactly. I think you raised that question there, and for me, I'd have to say that team just based on the fact that that team won silverware. We don't know if we will win silverware. I'm pretty sure that we're in contention and we can push ourselves all the way, but there's obviously that added a little bit of a bonus, to be honest, on behalf of the season that we went on to win the league. And it's Santa Claus in the house. Yeah, I took it off now, bro. But hope you're better, Ben. Yeah, as all of us from L5 Star FC, we hope Ben is having a speedy recovery. Hopefully you are better. Yes, Ben. Ben kind of looks like Reece Williams, to be honest. That's a new one. I've heard he does look very much like Jadon Sancho, but Reece Williams is definitely a new one. It depends because it's only been a year exactly, and that is the dilemma and the predicament you put yourselves into. And I just feel like this Liverpool team right now, if you face the Liverpool team from 2 years ago at this current moment in time, when we were flying high 2 seasons ago or 3 seasons ago, and face this Liverpool team now, I think this Liverpool team comes out on top purely based on the fact we're scoring goals wherever we go. I know you can just go back to Wolves and say, well, look, we want 1 goal. But look at how many numbers we've produced. And I purely think we'd outscore our opponents. And that contrasts the season which we nearly won the league, in the season which, Gerrard slipped tragically. And, I think that was purely down to the fact that we were leaking a lot of goals, and I think this team is scoring the same amount of goals but not conceding as many. So hopefully long may that continue, because we know if we don't concede, there is 99 times out of 100 we get 3 points, because our form is that good at the moment. But Ben, we will go straight into it. Obviously, we've got a big Champions League reaction to cover. AC Milan, the first English club ever to produce 6 wins out of 6 in the group stage in the Champions League, and we fielded quite a rotated team. If you look at it, brilliant to see some of the young lads really at the helm, really in such a big place in the San Siro, 90,000 people in that stadium for what was a crucial match for AC Milan. How did they cope with that, Ben? And how pleased were you with the performances as a whole?
I'll I'll get to that now. I just seen somebody in the comments said that I look like
Reece
Reese
Williams,
Williams,
mate.
bro. Like I'm tired of this, dude. First they said I look like Sancho, dude. Now I'm getting Reese Williams, bro. Ah, fuck, man. But yeah,
What one is a bigger compliment to you? Do you think, Sancho or Williams? Which one would do you think? Nah, I'm not. I don't look like him. I'll roll with Sancho or I'll roll
I,
with Williams, but nah, not Sancho.
to be honest, like I would say Sancho, man. Because Sancho, I can kind of see it, but Reese
Bola,
Williams, I'm just like, what? Like how? Like
yeah,
how?
Bola,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
But
But what about the
yeah,
AC Milan?
in terms of like the game on it was Tuesday, right? In terms of the
Yeah,
game,
yeah. Tuesday.
yeah, in terms of the game on Tuesday, man. Yeah, the team was basically what we expected it to be. We knew that the likes of Virgil and Fabinho and Thiago weren't gonna play. But I was surprised seeing Minamino in midfield. But I mean, he was a player that he surprised me. He played quite well. Ox as well had a good game. He was. I mean, looking at the midfield, he's the technically the senior player in that midfield. So we needed to step up, and he did. Tyler Morton as well stepped up. Divock Origi was amazing. Like what a player he is. But overall, it was just a good team performance at the San Siro. It's not always easy to go there and win. Um, they gave it everything that they had because they knew they needed a win to get through to the last 16. But for a team that was pretty watered down, I was a bit worried at how we would play. But I mean, we just you see the mentality, that never give up mentality isn't just in the starting 11. If you'd say it's instilled in the whole squad, in the whole group of players. No matter who we take out, no matter who we put in, we know what we have to do. We know our game plan. We know how Klopp wants us to play. So we can put in anybody and take out anybody, and the way we play will stay the same. So for what a young team, we actually managed to play really well, and I'm proud of the boys.
Yeah, I'm proud of them as well, to be honest. And for the charisma that they showed throughout the game, look, we did concede a goal, and that's obviously it was going to happen. I think with such an intense AC Milan coming into a game where they're fielding a strong team, where we are fielding loads of changes, and when you don't implement your first team players and you make a lot of changes, it takes a while for it to tick. And he was a bit scrappy in the first half. I think that was partly down to the reason that they got the goal. They were dominant from set pieces in terms of they had that aerial threat, picked us off there in the set pieces. I think the positioning of the first goal that AC Milan scored, there should have been someone on the front post. There weren't anyone on the front post, I don't think, which made it very difficult for Allison. But for me, I think it's a performance which you just got to get through the games like that. And I think to get through it unscathed, no injuries, and field a rotated team, get a win as well, to compound all them factors, putting them into one viewpoint, is certainly a very good day in the Champions League for Liverpool. And Ben, I just want to know your thoughts before we go into player ratings. The Champions League draw is obviously to take place this Monday coming, 13th of December, 11 a.m. British time. Who would you take out of the teams that we can face? So we know that we face PSG, Sporting, Inter Milan, Villarreal, Benfica, or Red Bull Salzburg. Which one out of them would you take? Personally, if you're asking me, I'd take anyone. Give me anyone. Give me PSG. I want PSG, boys. I want PSG because let's knock Messi out again. Let's knock Messi out again. But what are you saying, bro?
Yeah, man. Like we could literally get anyone. Like I'm at a point where I couldn't really care less who we get
Yeah,
because I know
exactly. That
we
good.
can beat anybody, especially the teams there. I feel like even like including PSG. Like we were chatting like with like a few of my mates the other day, and one of my mates, he's not even a Liverpool fan, but he literally said that this Liverpool team could absolutely better PSG, and I was just like, she's speaking the truth. I don't even have to say much more, man. So
Yeah,
I mean, a lot of people will say, we should get maybe, Benfica or Villarreal. No disrespect to them, but they are probably maybe, the easier teams in that pot. But at this point, dude, we could even get PSG. Like, I don't care, bro. Like, I know we could get PSG and we could still better them. So bring it on.
Yeah, I'm not too sure where restrictions take place in any of these, because obviously I've seen Germany, they put restrictions back in place, so um, fans aren't back in the grounds in those different locations, and hopefully, that stays far away from us as possible in terms of Europe. But I don't know if any of them are in there. I don't know. Maybe Salzburg could potentially. I think Germany or Austria, I think they may have restrictions imposed. But hopefully, I think this Liverpool team will score. Like I said before, they will score goals for fun. And bearing in mind, these games will take place in February. So we may go into, games behind closed doors. But surely by February, they'll be reopened again. In worst case scenario, obviously, we don't want to talk about it because, don't want to manifest it. But let's go into player ratings. So, Ben, take it away. Your player ratings from goalkeeper to the striker with 2 goals, one from Divock Origi, one from Mo Salah. Solid all-round performance. Take it away.
Alisson, I'd give him an 8. There was nothing much there. Like, he couldn't do anything about that goal. There was like a yard out. So yeah, but he did pull off some pretty good saves. So I'll give him an 8 for that. Trent. No, Trent didn't play. What am I saying? Oh my gosh, Nico Williams.
You're doing
Yeah, the kid,
amazing.
the kid, the kid played well, man. I think I'd give Nico an 8 as well. I think he should be our second choice right back. Like, I've been coming on here and I've been repping Nico, man. So I'm just glad that he's back, he's fit, and now he can get games. Because I mean, I feel like these type of games, especially like Carabao Cup, FA Cup, he should be playing these games. So big up to him. Konate, 9.5. That man is my man of the match. He just busted. Like, he put Ibrahimovic in his pocket, bro. So I'd give Ibu a 9.5. Nat Phillips, give him a 9. Close second. It's good to see him, come back into this team, especially after like his heroics from last season. Like, where would we be if it wasn't for him? Because he stepped up. Like, I mean,
Yeah,
I
exactly.
hope I hope he doesn't leave. I heard there was a chance of him, potentially leaving. I hope he doesn't. But whichever team, if he does leave, whichever team signs him is gonna be gaining an exceptionally good centre back, man. Like, I'm proud of him, and I'm glad that he's getting the opportunity that he's earned. Tsimikas, 8. He was the same as Nico Williams. Like, they didn't do much, but they had a solid game, so I'd give him an 8. Tyler Morton, 8.5. Like, this kid is just, it's like every time he plays, we just come on here and like, I haven't had anything bad to say about him. So I definitely give him I think I'd actually give him an 8.5. Because yeah, he was just amazing. Ox, 9. Like I said, he stepped up in that midfield 3 because he was the most senior player there. So well done to him, man. Um, Minamino, 8. It was in a position that you could see he wasn't really used to it, but he tried his best. Like, he tried, getting in pockets. He was darting around everywhere, trying to make himself a passing option. So proud of him as well. Sadio, it's a 7.5. I think this game was pretty much like the one before that. I think it was when he didn't score, but I still said he had like quite a decent game in terms of the way he can hold up the ball and he can dribble and just kind of drift inwards to kind of make space for Timikas on the outside, those kind of things, man. So that's I'll give Sadio 7.5. Divock scored again. Was an amazing header. Like, let's not people will think that's easy, but that
Yeah,
is so simple, man. Like, the way he does it, like to get it away from the goalkeeper, that's amazing. So he's another player that I'm kind of, I'm very happy about. He's getting his opportunities now and he's taking them. So I'm really proud of him. Um, who was supposed he's proving a lot of people wrong. Let's not lie. Like, I can be honest. I was on the people saying that we should sell him, and now he's proving me wrong. So big up to Divock, my brother. Um, Salah, 8. got his goal, standard performance. I mean, his goal was also pretty difficult. Like we've seen so many times in that situation where
Yeah, I
where
know.
you know you hit it wrong and then the ball just goes
Goes
over. So
into
he does a
Rosette.
lot, yeah, to kind of keep it down and get it underneath the bar. So big up to him. The bench, I'm not really sure who came on, but just big up to Joe Gomez. He's a player that hasn't gotten a lot of opportunities, man, and I feel like that he's just been unlucky. So I honestly think I know there are a lot of people that are gonna fight me about this, man. I think Salah might fight me about this, but I think that Joe Gomez is deserves to be our third choice centre back, man. That's how I feel. And then Konate obviously fourth, but I mean Joe Gomez he's been there for us in really, really big games. So I feel like just because Konate's came in and Konate has played well and Joe Gomez has been injured, I don't think that warrants Gomez to kind of fall beneath him in the pecking order.
Yeah, exactly. And to be honest, I think you hit the nail on the head with everything you mentioned there. I think Allison, look, his error led to the goal, but I think it could have been reversed. So I'll probably go a 6.5 for the back four. Simicaz, think he did all right. I think he put up a good fight. I think Simicaz, Kanate, Phillips, and Nico. Nico, I think Sam from Nico is all right. He's come along a lot in terms of his improvement in his development as a player, and I'm very happy with his improvement. So I would give him a 6.57 out of 10. Same with Simicaz. For the back two, Phillips gets a 7.5. Big ups to Nat Phillips. Obviously, like you said there, his organisation even pulled out the Cruyff turn on the the Maldini turf, mate. Absolutely baller. And then Kanate, I was really impressed with Kanate. I think this was a game which he really showed high organisation in terms of leadership. He's experienced, but he's very young at the same time, and you very rarely get that. And he's quick and he's strong. He's got all the factors to be a very good centre back, and I was very impressed with his performance, which is why I give him an 8.5. Tyler Morton. Wow, the footballing brain for such a young age to go to San Siro to play such a game where the midfield's going to be trying to out dominate you, outrun you, it's a physical league, the Serie A. It's a very physical league. And to go there against that opposition at such a young age, a lot of players would have crumbled. So I'm very happy with him, what he's done over the past month. So I'd probably give him an 8.5. Minamino, look, I don't want to see him play in that midfield again. I feel like we were crying. Look, there's no slander against Minamino. He just played it out in the wrong position. But I just think we were crying out for that Milner type figure on that organisation. I felt that was needed, that physical presence. But obviously, he was suspended. Who else was in the midfield again, bro?
Tyler Morton, Ox,
and Ox. Yeah. To be fair, Ox. It wasn't a bad game by Ox, but he did get himself into good positions sometimes, like beating players to getting shots away. Obviously, the shot that led to Salah's goal, which was carried out, and I was very happy with Ox. Not over the moon, but I'm not, going to slander him because I feel like it was a performance of which, it was solid. Nothing wrong, nothing brilliant. So I'll probably go 6.57. Salah, I'll give a 8. Proves week in, week out why he's the best. That finish even there was just top notch, like you said, many times he hits that ball, it goes into Rosette. But for Mo Salah, that is light work. And he to get it on the underside of the net as well was top notch. But Divock Origi, a lot of people saying maybe start Firmino tomorrow. I don't. I think rest Firmino for Tottenham. He loves a game against Tottenham. Start Origi against Newcastle as well. Start Origi. I'm telling you, boys, this guy is insane. Like, he is not world class, but that guy will get you a goal if you're crying out for a goal. I'm telling you now.
For sure.
Yeah, when
Man,
Firmino...
what I'm saying is, Origi gets into most Premier League teams, bar from maybe most teams within like the top 6. But if you look at maybe the rest of the 14 teams, I say that he can get into most teams in the Premier League.
I think he can. Yeah, yeah, 100%. Honestly, I just feel like Origi, he's not the most, how do we say this? Maybe I think he's technically gifted in the sense that he's instinctive. Like the finishing, some of the finishing you see is very instinctive. Like we
Yeah,
lobbed Pickford, the Barcelona goal, the West Ham goal. He's a very technically player in that department, and he does get in good positions. But I think the thing is with Origi is sometimes he frustrates you because maybe he disrupts the dynamic with the front three because he likes to be that out and out number nine, where maybe Firmino brings that in between the lines, so it allows Salah and Mane to make them inverted runs, and it doesn't quite suit Salah and Mane's game. And then maybe we start to point fingers at Origi because Salah and Mane didn't get out of a great game, and we just look for things to blame, and Origi, because
yeah,
he's come in for this game, maybe that's why he gets a bit of slander. But I genuinely think, I agree with you there. He gets into most teams in this Premier League, and I think that any team that were to pay 15 million minimum, I think is a bargain for the
yeah,
player that he's shown this so far in the season. If he can keep that up, he's a very good player going forward. And I want to see him being played, because in the end of the day, the more he plays at this current vein of form, his market value is going to increase. So, just
yeah,
give him a few games. So, I'd probably give him an 8 out of 10. And Sadio Mane, pivotal in working the ball back for Origi's goal. So, all the front three, top notch. I'd say probably all of them 8.5s across the board. But great performance by Klopp as well. Big up to Keita and Gomez, who made us come off the bench, got some minutes. That's 2 ticked off the list in terms of getting them back off injuries. Big up to Max Rothman as well, and Conor Bradley making their Champions League
yeah.
debuts as well. And yes, we will move on to Aston Villa. Guys, make sure you check out my highlights, which is on Klopp Talk TV now. But you'll never walk alone. Here is the Aston Villa preview. So, Ben, how are you looking forward? Are you looking forward to this one? Aston Villa, very, very tough team for me. I'm actually very nervous going into this game. I was more nervous going into this game than Wolves, than Everton, and probably even United, if anything. I'm really nervous going into this game. They are playing football at the moment like every game is a cup final. And they're going to come with it to Anfield pulling no punches. They're going to go at us, whether that benefits us or whether that maybe makes it more difficult for us. What side would you be on? If you face an Aston Villa team that are open, going for goals, does that really open it up for us on the counter attack? I mean, we showed that against Everton, or does it show maybe that our defence is under more threat of crumbling? Well, what side are you on? What Aston Villa team are you expecting, and what team do you want to see them play to benefit Liverpool's game, if that makes any sense?
I mean, look, it's basically guaranteed that we're gonna score goals. Like
Yeah.
there have been very few games. I can probably only think of like Chelsea when we kind of struggled to put our chances away. But so they're a team that, if there was ever a team that could come to Anfield, a team that's maybe a bit lower down in the league, if there was a team that could come to Anfield and get the job done, I mean, it's definitely them. Like, if Brighton could come and come away with something, they'll obviously be looking at the game, the Brighton game, the Brentford game, the West Ham game as well. They'll be looking at those kind of games and be like, we can also come away with something. And I mean, if there's ever a manager that could also do it, it would be Stevie, because he's a Liverpool fan and he knows how we play. He's an amazing coach. Like, let's not fuck it up. Stevie is amazing.
Yeah.
So
No, fuck.
he's definitely studied us. Like, I mean, he probably knows what our weak points are. So you can't. It's really difficult to stop us from scoring. I mean, so a lot of teams will be like, okay, they can score, but I mean, we aren't gonna sit back and just let them put pressure on us. We're also gonna give this game a go. And I mean, when they have like players like Ollie Watkins, he's as clinical as they come. So um it's a bit of a nervy one, but I'm excited to watch the game, watch Stevie, because Stevie's been looking he's been looking promising in that Watford role. So I'm excited for tomorrow. A bit scared, but I'm excited.
Yeah, exactly. And don't underestimate him. Like Pro Club's Goals says, they LFC fan Bobby will score for Spurs, not even a question. Origi deserves his own theme park. Origi Touch King, man, my guy, LFC fan. Bobby loves a goal against Spurs. As long as Bobby fit for Spurs, a lot of people saying Bobby fit for Spurs. Yeah, exactly. Start Origi. You know what I'm trying to say, but as Ben was alluding to there, I agree with him. I think Klopp, for what Klopp has proved and what Gerrard is going to try and get with this Villa team, he is going to go to Anfield pulling no punches. And I really like that as a manager. And I think a lot of Liverpool fans have, well, maybe not reacted in a bad way, but been like, when he said in the media, no sentiment towards Liverpool. There'll be no sentiment. We go in there for the 3 points. People are like, oh, yeah, but it's Liverpool, Stevie. It's Liverpool. Don't you want them to win? No, I like that. I really do, because that shows when he comes to Liverpool, he is doing everything for this team to win. He will put everything on the line. And we never really doubted that anyway. But um, and just to hear that really fills me with confidence that he has the mentality of a very top elite manager. And look, hopefully he can prove it with Aston Villa. Hopefully they can win a Carabao Cup, an FA Cup, or win something along the lines of that. Because let's not kid ourselves here. Aston Villa are a top club in European football. They have European history, more than Manchester City, more than PSG, and look, Aston Villa are a decent club, and I don't believe they'll be competing amongst the top teams like Man City, Liverpool, Chelsea, Man United. No, forget I even said Man United, but they will still be there and thereabouts in terms of competing to try and push in Europe, because their investments, well, you've got to credit their investment, you've got to credit the manager. Their stadium is Villa Park, for goodness sake. It's a very, very good stadium. It's a top stadium, and if you've ever been there, you'll know that it's a brilliant atmosphere. But what are your thoughts on? Obviously, I alluded to there with the Gerrard comments. Like he's going there to win. Obviously, what are your thoughts on that? Obviously, because a lot of people have had like different opinions on it on social media. What would you say about the Gerrard quote? I have no sentiment coming to Anfield, and we are going there for the 3 points. This is the first time in my life that I don't want Liverpool to win. How would you react to those comments? Good or bad? Scared?
I mean, look, like you said, like how you alluded to, I just want to touch on this. Aston Villa are a big club, and I mean, they want to get to at least close to what their former glory was. I mean, they look at the likes of West Ham and Leicester as well, where they see that kind of success doesn't come overnight. Like they gradually build upon it, and now they see Leicester's in Europe, West Ham's in Europe as well. So they'll be kind of trying to emulate the way that they progressed as a team. And I mean that's kind of why they signed Stevie, because I mean he's young, he has fresh ideas, he's vibrant, and he's a really really good manager. Like you said, a really professional manager as well. I mean we all want Stevie to come back one day and perhaps win the league with Liverpool, but we don't want him to get the job on sentiment just because
Yeah,
of the
yeah.
fact that he's Stevie.
We want him to earn it, didn't it?
Yeah, we want him to be deserving, because I mean if he's gonna be the next manager after Klopp, then those are some pretty big shoes to fill, and we want success. So,
Yeah,
but I mean, in terms of what he said, I mean, I was actually happy that he said that. I mean, I was actually a bit, I don't want to say proud, but I mean, it shows the kind of manager that he is. Because if I'm a Villa fan, I don't want a manager, knowing that half
tipping the
of
other
like,
team. Yeah,
yeah, I don't want a manager to, saying that half of his heart is, over there. He's not giving his everything for the job. At the end of the day, we know Stevie has an attachment to the club. We know it has a special place in his heart. But I mean, on Saturday, it's strictly business. Like he's gonna, come there and he's gonna try and win.
Yeah.
So I'm actually happy that he said what he said. I don't take it personally or anything. Like, I mean, at the end of the day, he's doing his job. He has to come there and try and win. And I'm actually happy that he said that.
Yeah, exactly. Likewise, mate. Likewise. Aston Villa going to be a proper challenge, but let's dissect a little bit of head-to-head form. Well, this is the two teams' Premier League form. Liverpool straight wins, dominant, calm as you like. Villa slightly more tricky, 3 wins and 3 losses. Obviously, they're coming into this game. I'll just get the team news ahead, but we understand Divock Origi could be in line to start. We know Firmino has been back in training, but here is the big news. Now, Liverpool duo Naby Keita and Joe Gomez were fit enough to return to the pitch as substitutes in the win at AC Milan. Nat Phillips, Curtis Jones, and Roberto Firmino and Elliott all remain absent for this game for the Reds. As expected, Klopp made numerous alterations to the trip to Italy, and the likes of Van Dijk, Fabinho, Jordan Henderson, and Thiago Alcantara are all poised to return to the first 11 here after rest. Origi will come into serious consideration for a start following his hot streak, especially with Jota now in fitness doubt. Now, as for Villa, Aston Villa team news, attackers Liam Bailey, Bertrand Traore and Trezeguet remain unavailable for selection, although the latter did recently return for the under-23s against Birmingham City. Now, Danny Ings is sort of had a good chance of returning against his former club, while Matt Targett could also come back from a head injury to displace Ashley Young at left-back. Now, this is the Aston Villa possible starting lineup from this. Martinez, Cash, Konza, Mings, Young, McGinn, Nakamba, Louise, Ramsey, Buendia, and Watkins. So would they go a four? I'm assuming they go a 4-3-3 with that. Have Jacob Ramsey, Buendia, and Watkins playing in the front three. Maybe have Douglas Luiz, Nakamba, and McGinn in the middle three, and then Young, Mings, Konza, and Cash playing as a back four. Now, is there any names on there? Obviously, you did say Ollie Watkins at the start. Any other names on there which really raise alarm bells coming into this game? Obviously, they have a very solid defence. Midfield's very nicely blended as well. McGinn, workhorse, Douglas Luiz always likes, he can hit them, put it that way. Maybe he's a little bit ill-disciplined in the midfield, but Nakamba's he can hold that midfield as well. So are you scared by any of those names, or potentially alarmed by any of those names ahead of this game on Saturday?
I wouldn't say I'm alarmed, I'm scared, but there are obviously some names that we need to watch out for. Martinez is he's a really good goalkeeper, as good as they come. Like you said, it's a solid defense as well. Douglas Luiz, yeah, he has a foot on him, so we shouldn't really we should close him down, shouldn't give him space. But I think probably the players I'd be afraid of the most would be Watkins and Buendia. I mean, he also played well. I think last season he was at Norwich. I'm not too sure. You'll just correct me. But yeah,
Yes, yeah, he was, yeah.
yeah, he was at Norwich. Yeah, and he played reasonably well in the championship last year. So yeah, I think that's all. Like you said, none of those names scare me, to be honest. But I mean, we have to watch out for Ollie Watkins, because if he gets a chance, he'll put it away, man.
Yeah, exactly. He'll put it away as a good goal attack in return. And they have a lot of names on there which can cause trouble. They can cause an opportunity out of nothing. But your Liverpool team, my Liverpool team, Alisson goes in goal for me. No change in the keeper. Why change it? Alexander-Arnold, Konate, Van Dijk, and Robertson. For Konate's organisation at AC Milan, I think he's earned himself a start here, and he goes alongside the big man, VVD. Trent Alexander-Arnold coming off a big accolade for him, Player of the Month. With Robertson going on the opposite side. In the middle of the park, Henderson, Fabinho, and Thiago. And then up front, Salah, Divock Origi, and Sadio Mane. What is your starting 11, bro? Any changes to that? Would you potentially have Matip in there?
Yeah, I mean, most of the back five kind of picks itself. I mean, Ellison, obviously. Trent, obviously. Robertson, the way he's been playing, I feel like there's no argument that he should go back into the team. Virgil van Dijk, it's pretty obvious. I actually think Matip will come back into this one. I mean, Konate was just a beast. Like Konate was a
No, he's
beast
insane.
against. Like let's not
Be
joke about it. The guy
Russia.
was a beast, man. But yeah, I think Matip works his way back into the team because he hasn't really put a foot out of line. So I don't see why you'd want to take him out. Midfield, Fabinho, Henderson, Thiago, our best midfield, one of the best midfields in the league, even in the world. Actually, like I mean, that's one of the best midfields in the world. That's just facts.
Yeah,
Um, Front three, same as you, Salah, the big man Origi and Mane, because Jota isn't available and Firmino's just coming back from injury, so it wouldn't. I don't think we would start him.
yeah. Allison, Robertson, Van Dijk, Matip, Trent, Fabinho, Hendo, Mane, Jota, Origi, Salah. Is that all 11? Oh, no, he's on a 4-2-4-4-2. Oxen Thiago will be
Oh,
subbed in. Fair play. NFC fans delve deep. He's delved deep. Pro Club's Goal says, I think we should keep Canate for Spurs. Yeah, that's a good shout. For me, I'd just put Canate in based on the fact, reward him for the performance that he had on Tuesday. And yeah, maybe you start Matip for this game, start Canate for Newcastle, and then start Canate for Spurs to offer that blend and that merge process back into the team. But I don't know. I think Klopp will start to pick his starting 11 of very soon. Obviously, there's been rotation here and there. Maybe Matip's come in with Kanate come out. Maybe the midfield's slightly been a little bit rotated. Ox coming in and out. But I think doing these months will distinguish who goes where. And I think Klopp will have to pick a starting 11 because he knows that these months cannot, be joked about in the sense that rotation will not get you results. Because you're playing every 3 days, you need to have a solid baseline. And don't get me wrong, you do need to use your squad in moments like these, but you still need to know what team you are going for. If there is a game on the line that you need to win, he needs to have an idea of what his best starting 11 is. And yeah, that's my viewpoint. But score predictions, Ben, what are we saying for this one, mate?
it's a tough one. Like I said, I do think they'll score. I'm gonna say 3-1 to us.
Nah, do you know what? I'm gonna go for a 2-2. I don't know why.
Ooh,
Something is telling me
ooh.
that he's going to spoil it a little bit. He's going to spoil it. It's going to be Stevie, mate. Why? Why did we give you this ovation, mate? Why did we give you this ovation for you to just do this to us? Now, to be fair, I think this league will be topsy-turvy, Jaws coming in. And I really do think that Aston Villa can get a result from this. I don't think they'll get the 3 points, but I really do think that they can push us all the way. And they have the potential to score 1, 2, 2 goals, maybe 3. I don't know. But Liverpool can outscore teams if they can go into that sort of predicament. If they choose to just be all out attacking, mate, we're in for a brilliant game because both teams have the potential to take their chances. So I'm gonna go 2-2. But let me know your score predictions. Big up Channing in the place. 3-1 Liverpool. I'll say a 7-2 revenge LFC fan coming in with his very more all-important score predictions. But, guys, thank you all for watching. Watch along on Clock Talk TV tomorrow at 2:45 British time. Go over and check it out now. Set your reminders, do all that good stuff. And I will see you all tomorrow. Any more from you, Ben? Looking forward to such a good match tomorrow, should be.
Yeah. Firstly, thanks to everybody that wished me well in the comments. I'm feeling better, so thanks for those messages. Nothing else from me. I'm excited for tomorrow. So yeah, let's get it.
Let's get it, boys. At the end of the day, Liverpool, do your thing, and we'll get the 3 points. That's the main thing. But Aston Villa, they should not be underlooked. I repeat, not underlooked. Yeah. Big ups to everybody watching right now. Anybody who watched from the start to the end, make sure if you haven't done so yet, you hit that like button and you hit the all-important subscribe button. We've got Liverpool content coming all over the place during this festive season, so we will be keeping you under cover and under wraps as always. So tune with us after Saturday's game. Should be between Saturday and next Thursday, in which we face Newcastle. But until then, take care, everyone. Peace out. And Stevie, we hope you lose at Liverpool. All right, take care. Ta-ra, boys. Ta-ra.